Now, Garry Lineker has been accused of supporting goat cruelty by the animal rights group PETA after modelling a mohair suit for Next.
Campaigners claimed that the retailer is profiteering from mohair, which is a controversial wool from Angora goats, which they say is obtained through cruel and inhumane processes.
Let's talk to Kelly Vowles, who thinks that Garry Lineker should wear more sustainable materials. Kelly, you're a vegan. What's a vegan position on wool per se? Do you support wool of any sort?
Good morning. So that's a really interesting question. It is one I get asked a lot because many people would argue that wool is a natural product that needs to be shed from sheep. But no, vegans don't support wearing any products from animals at all.
Right, but that's different from saying something is cruel, isn't it? I mean, that's just a personal choice for whatever reason. But to actually come out and say that mohair and the process of retrieving that from these goats is cruel, just explain to us why that is different from ordinary wool.
So mohair is traditionally obtained by using metal combs that literally rake and pull the fur from the goat. It's a very cruel, barbaric practice. The goat is tethered usually by its head, so it's basically restrained. And as a prey animal, that must be absolutely terrifying. So yeah, and would you like to have your hair ripped out of your head? Absolutely not. So I think it's absolutely barbaric to now be promoting clothing that is essentially doing the same thing, but to a goat.
I mean, look, the problem I've got with this is I don't know the details. I mean, is it different to, say, grooming a dog, where obviously you groom a dog or a cat, loads of hair just comes out naturally? Are we talking about something different to that?
Well, of course, you take your dog to a dog groomer, it's going to be a lovely little appointment for them, isn't it? As I understand it, when you take your dog to a groomer, they're given lots of treats. They're actually put on a nice table. The restraints are way less barbaric than being tied up by your neck. They're given a nice stroke. If the dog became distressed, they would stop the service, wouldn't they? A goat can scream all it wants, but the people need this, someone needs the coat, they need the wool from the goat. They're not going to stop, no matter how much that goat is protesting at all, are they? So it's completely different.
So we are joined by a sheep farmer. Gareth Wyn Jones can now tell us a little bit about what that process is like from his experience. It looks like you're wearing a wool jumper there, Gareth. Good morning to you, joining us from Wales. Is it your experience then that shearing or extracting mohair from a goat is crueler than from ordinary wool?
Publicity bandwagon again. These people are a joke, man, honestly. You know, they've got the biggest death toll you'll have on any body. You know, they're killing 72% of the animals that they take in. And they're talking about animals that are being sheared, so we can use their wool or fur to make clothing. So, totally disagree with you. This jumper's made out of 3 of my own sheep, okay? Out of our own wool. And it was handmade. It's an amazing material. It is totally biodegradable. It is totally good for the environment, and the sheep grow one every single year. So yeah, pets are an absolute joke. They shouldn't even have the time of day on mainstream media, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's a fair point, Gareth, isn't it? If concern is being raised about the way that mohair is gathered, I mean, if that is being done in a way which is cruel and unusual, that can't be right, can it?
No farmer's going to be cruel to its animal, because if you have a cruel farmer, that animal's not going to produce meat, it's not going to produce milk. You know, that animal has to be healthy, has to be happy to be producing something. So that's yeah, again, maybe they've got footage of 1 or 2, bad people within the industry. They tried to do this exactly the same with Boohoo and Wool 2019. Take a look at my YouTube page and my Facebook page, and you will see I went against these people and I proved them wrong, and Boohoo retracted their way of putting wool onto their clothing range. So, yeah, totally disagree with these people. They are absolutely living in Cuckooland.
Gareth, what about this email we've had in from a viewer called Kevin in Liverpool? Good morning to you, Kevin. He says, watch a video of mohair being extracted. He says it's one of the most disturbing things he's ever seen in his life. Are there different ways it can be extracted? I.e., you know, are there ways that are cruel and there are ways that actually can be done safely and humanely?
Well, I still shear the odd sheep with the old scissors, the gwella they call it in Welsh. So, you know, it's still been done. And OK, maybe they've got footage of one or two people that have done this in a cruel way. But no farmer is going to be cruel to its animal because they know it's not going to be producing. So, you know, I disagree. And I say, well done to Garry Lineker for wearing something that's natural, that's been produced. You know, these people want you to wear vegan leather. They want you to wear clothing that has cost the environment everything, that's been produced by oil-based and plastics. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. You wear leather. I've got a leather hat on. I've got a woolen jumper. Everything's come from the animals. Everything's natural. We've been living like this for generations, for thousands of years. We are hunter-gatherers. We watch after our animals as farmers, and we produce, you know, wool and fur as a byproduct, and we are able to use that in the fashion industry. And it should be on the catwalks in Milan and in London Fashion Week. Bring wool back, bring mohair back, bring more natural fibres like leather back into fashion.
OK, look, we've got to leave it there because we're out of time, sadly. Gareth Wyn Jones, Kelly Vowles, really good to see you both, and thank you both for making your points really clearly this morning. We had a statement through from Next, who is selling that suit. They say we only use mohair that is certified to RMS. Now, that's the Responsible Mohair Standard. All non-RMS certified mohair is banned at Next.
Let us know what you think about that debate. It's an interesting one, isn't it?